Well met, lords and ladies, Jacob Butter speaking, and welcome back to another episode of... Miracle upon miracles. Turns out Treat Pop has finally apologized. In case anyone is out of the loop of what's been going on in terms of Treat Pop, I don't blame you because it's been a month since any progress has been made. So yeah, essentially, I believe it was the case that I was going to say Ghostie, that they made both a logo and I believe an intro as well, or two logos, whichever one it may have been. Actually, I think it was both actually, because again, now they're in the credits, and for Treat Pop, and those went uncredited for 8 videos, despite the fact that I think Ghostie was directly asked or prompted specifically how she wanted credits. Either way. Treat Pop initially refused to credit in that very basic way that would have required a mere copy-paste feature, only to then end up, being called out on it by multiple people, including yours truly. Turns out that she only really budged when Eli actually got involved and actually told her to get a move on, actually do the thing in the first place. So once the only person she actually respects came in and said something, that's when it happened. I assume that something similar may have happened again, because now she's actually apologized, and those were the 2 prerequisites that I said before I would go back to reviewing more of her content. How am I just finding out about this? Because it's been a month since this actually happened. In fact, it actually was like, the last time I reviewed a Treat Pop content was, was to call her out on it, and that was March 31st. So it's been over a month since this has actually happened. That's how long it takes for Treat Pop to actually react to something. Although, speaking of reacting to things and Treat Pop, I guess that's what we're here to do today, because, we've got to double bill right now. And actually, among other people, I'm actually in this one. You can tell because actually even I'm in the description. So again, she's at least learnt from the errors that have been made. But my goodness, did it take a while to actually get to this particular point. In fact, I can actually put the description of one of the videos up, just to highlight the improvement that has occurred. Because I'm nothing if not fair in this particular instance. So here we go. Let me just wait for that to load. And while that does load, I will get the other thing in. Okay, here we go. All right. So, This is what the description of episode 10 looks like. So yeah, we've got people even featuring in this. Like, people have actually showed up as cameos, which is fantastic, because normally that's the case with like voice credits and stuff, but obviously we didn't voice ourselves in this, so there you go. And we have the logo, and we have Ghostie's blue sky, which is what she requested. I'm not sure if that link is complete or not. That might have been taken from a YouTube description and put in there. I'm not sure if that link actually works or not, so someone might want to check that out. But aside from that, pretty stellar improvement. So yeah, we're gonna get to see the uncanny and poor spelling, bad grammar version of me. So yeah, it's gonna get a little weird. It's gonna get a little wild. But we're off to another dimension, because that's the name of episode. All right. Without further ado, on with the review. Oh my goodness, who's rising from the dead as a vampire on the beach? Hold on a second, I just sent it a link to BB. Incidentally, I said I had 2 streams for tonight because I was talking in the Pop server a while ago. That is indeed the case. I have actually had half of my dinner. I plan to have the other half after this, and yeah, we're actually we're gonna play some more D&D on the Butter Bunch. We've got Mysteries of Occulta episode 3. So that's Aiden said he would be like arriving back at like 8 his time. which is 2 a.m. for me. And if it weren't the weekend, I would have been like, yeah, no, we're not doing that. By the way, it was Ghostie's idea to play today. So yeah, episode 3, we'll be happening after we've set this up. But hey, I've had time for both of them, so might as well. Okay, here we go. Copy the link. Just to let you know. My average person likes, clearly a vampire. Yeah, I thought so. I thought so. All right. Pick up! Just what? I was in the middle of a good trip. Perfect! Just what I needed! I'm guessing because, we're at the beach, so why not? I forgot how they ended up here, actually, because it's been over a month since I watched the last video, so, yeah, I'm missing the context, unfortunately. I would have watched a little bit beforehand, but I was already an hour late starting this, partially because of some other things, which, also were tangentially related to Eli. Not that she did anything wrong, but yeah, stuff happened in the server, basically. Scary Eli eyes. Yeah, fair enough then. That makes sense. All right, BB is here.
Hi.
Hello.
I just finished my psychiatry appointment.
Oh, fair enough. After what happened on the server today, I think some more people will need those.
Remember, guys, mental health is good.
Yeah. Face cam on. This is indeed a rare occasion. That's true.
Show you the rats.
I should have known. Every time BB shows up in VC, there's something rat related if Bond's around. Okay. All right. Why did I encourage this?
I'm gonna have to deny that one just because they've already had some socialization today, so they're even more tuckered out than usual. And now I think that their medicine is actually delayed because I wanted to give them an extra hour after that.
You did say that you might have to leave at a certain point during the episode to attend to them. So yeah, that tracks. Anyway, I have been this Australian girl, or I have been this Australian girl for a while. You haven't been noticing. What? Everyone knows.
Don't you just hate it when the Skrulls come in, kidnap your friends, invade the Earth, and they're all sounding Australian now for some reason?
Well, I know a thing or two about kidnapping Skrulls. Don't some of us in here. Anyway. What does that even mean? Well, I guess it means that Treat Pop thinks that people don't know that Eli's Australian, even though she's made multiple videos about Australia and even did a quiz relating to Australian trivia. Which, incidentally, I'm gonna ride this wave until I die. Like, I won that quiz, but only because the mechanic of it, like praised someone for responding first rather than like thinking about the actual answers. But anyway, I guess that, yeah, of course. The logic of this video is down under. Well, speaking of logic, I actually remembered to import this image as well at the same time as the correct description. So we've got this to play around with as well, just in case. Should the need arise. All right, then. You betrayed me this whole time! Well, I mean, the betrayal happens when she, like, twists on it, rather. Okay, but I mean...
that's not...
What betrayal... Yeah, what betrayal occurs from not divulging your nationality? Or does
I will
Aussie
also say
equal?
that betrayal doesn't... I don't think that's grammatically correct, because betrayal refers to, like an individual, like, act. It's not a prolonged state.
Yeah, exactly.
So... They can't have betrayed you the whole time, so...
Yeah, I've no idea. Yeah, that doesn't make no sense. Yeah, we are 38 seconds into the video, by the way. You're British? And so is
No, wait until you guys find out the real secret.
Oh, yeah. No.
Not only is he British, but he's also Spanish, and dare I say, even Texan.
Yeah, that's what I thought you were going to say there. Yeah. Wait a minute. The Pirate Adventure episode. I should have of known. I should have of known that your eyes were glitching. Or noticed, I guess. And you're the one that put a sleep spell on me. You know something? The pirate adventure was actually, I think it was like episode 2 of Trip Adventures, wasn't it? Or it was like episode 2 or 3. So it's been a while since this arc has been built up, in all fairness. Anyway.
It's just like it's just like a real children's cartoon where they have an arc and then give it up for like 10 more episodes of filler, and then they come back in the finale as if the filler episodes never happened.
It is my current understanding that a lot of My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic works on a similar premise of the first and last episode being related to each other, and then the rest of them being episodic in the middle.
Yeah, I don't know why.
I look forward to getting to that part of the lore.
Yeah, I don't know why cartoons decided that was why that was a good pacing mechanic, but they did. I assume like earlier on it had to have been because things were often aired out of order as their premiere dates. But like that's not the case anymore. Why do they do that?
Yeah, you know, I'm not sure because I mean, to be honest, like I watched quite a lot of serialized content on primetime TV, and yeah, like it was sometimes a bit disconcerting, but to be honest, like as a child, you just think, okay, fine, I missed an episode, I'll catch it some other day because they constantly rerun this exact series. So at some point, you were going to end up seeing it just because of how like season orders end up being broadcast and such. Like that's even true today, to be honest. Like before they nixed Disney Channel off Spain, seasons 1 and some of 2 of Miraculous were like aired constantly, unless they were like sometimes like blocks of time where they decide, hey, let's put season 4 and 5 in there, and maybe 3 if we're lucky. But most of the time, yeah, if you're like, again, you can like if they want you to catch up on something, they'll make sure it's possible,
Yeah.
The strains are evil and that's the plot. Yeah. I will also say, Code Lyoko is another prime example of this. I got like the order of episodes, very easily. Aside from season 1, which is like, I said, like, very famously out of order. So I will say season 2 is as well, and I've noticed a few like, continuity errors in terms of like stuff that they say is happening for the first time that happened like a couple episodes prior. But aside from that, yeah, everything else
is that an inconsistency, or is that just a sign that they pushed the episode too far back and so it actually takes place earlier?
Not sure, but not sure. Based on the labeling, yeah, you would have thought that someone would have caught on to that, but maybe not. Again, season 2 is like it's like throwaway lines that it happens in. And you have to like watch it like multiple times to get that. But again, if you're watching out of order on primetime TV, it's not going to matter because the episode number is on screen for like 2 seconds. Anyway.
The Clone Wars has like a similar issue. I forget the reason why. I think it's because they had written episodes, but then they couldn't produce them, and so they ended up releasing as like season like whatever episode, like season 3, very late show seasons. But these individual like episodes that are just kind of like randomly strewn out around the end actually take place way earlier in the timeline of the show because that's when it was meant to be released.
I
don't know.
That's like me making the fact that I'm Pakistani a whole entire plot twist. Like, what? Wait a minute. I'd actually forgotten that, to be fair, because I don't talk to you very often. But yeah.
What's a Pakistani?
Betrayal!
That's not. What's a Pakistani? That's not American.
I mean, no, that is accurate. Technically not an incorrect statement.
How strange. I didn't know that could happen.
Andromeda! I knew it! How did you find me? I guess Andromeda has an Aussie accent. Good to know. By the way, thanks, Ghostie, for the donation earlier. I forgot to put this on screen, I think.
It's pretty obvious. It's pretty obvious. It's it's pretty obviously, really. Wait. That has to be a typo. It's pretty obvious, really. I can explain why. It's because I'm Australian.
If it's pretty,
I'm the only Australian.
Obvious, then, okay, if something is obvious, why can you not explain why?
This both sentences are messed up. This
Yep.
is, how did this one pass through?
Have you seen Team America World Police? It's
I
not
have
just the
not.
Truman administration. Anyway, but why are we on a beach?
America when red scare.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Why do you think is my least? I keep saying is my least favorite. There's a reason for that.
Hey, but you know what? We got the Crucible out of it, so it was worth it, really.
It was in the Crucible at one point, so technically, yeah. But why are we on a beach? Is that really the biggest, like, most pertinent question right now? Also, which design are you talking about here? Andromeda? I'm guessing Andromeda because she's on screen for the first time. Which, yeah, I mean, I'll say this, you know, at least like it's a more varied color palette than Tree Pop used to do. Because also, actually, I'll say Andromeda's not designed by Tree Pop originally, because she is a villain that was conceptualized and created by Eli. So this is just a case of, you know, the shared universe thing. So yeah. Technically built up plot twist. Yeah, that again, that is true. We have seen, you know, hints of that possession. We've talked about the Paris adventure. We did, you know, get the flashback to that episode. So yeah, it's not a case of, oh yeah, this is like a messed up lore. But you know, given what we talked about like the series before, it's not really the case here. Yeah. Andromeda's arm. You know, yeah, you're right. That is I don't even know how that even happened, actually. I'm guessing there's that particular gacha sleeve is just messed up if you go into that pose. I had never seen it like that before, but oh my, yeah. Oh wait, no, normally it's a layering issue because normally you can like change the layers of the characters in gacha to some degree. So that was layering oversight. There we go. She's not. Doesn't say she's double jointed. It's just that her arm is shifted over.
Her layers
double it would like bent like this compared to like it's just like her bones like dislocated that way.
Her layers look like Walton File. Ghostie says, "Finally, a plot with stakes." Finally, we're watching a real show on Jacob Butter channel. Gacha review.
I also love Andromeda's
every day.
I also love Andromeda's facial expression here. You know, just you for real. Anyway, don't ask. I kind of crashed my helicopter, and we are both stuck on a beach. Oh, come on. We are both stuck on a beach.
Hold on, wait.
Tree Pop.
Wait. Hold on.
What?
That's...
You want to go back to episode 8 and verify that?
No. Hang on.
Tree Pop. Well.
That's the energy of it. Yeah, does Bruno Mars is gay?
Oh, yeah, no, that is permanently engraved in my mind, yeah. Bruno Mars is gay, the most discussed in the media a few years ago. I've made that joke many times with gacha content. I think particularly Tree Pops, actually. Anyway, should we send help? Both of you can literally teleport, so why would you need to send help? All you did was crash in a place, I don't know. Like, get the insurance deposit back if you have it, and then, you know, be done with the whole ordeal. You have a spaceship. Go back to it. Anyway, we've made that joke all the time. I put that. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't believe this is a shipping moment unless it's a case of, you know, they become friends through, you know, shared adversity. I don't know. That worked in Ben 1080 and Force for that one episode, but I don't know about here necessarily.
For that one episode, did it not work on the others?
Well, they didn't do it in the others. They did it as like one episode arc, and then like the character eventually like returned. But yeah, they'd done the twist. Yeah, they didn't need to hold on it.
Yeah, they did the twist, and then they're like, the anime trope worked last time. Let's do it this time, and then they just get shot.
That would be amazing, though. Like if Ben had like experienced that before with that character, it'd just be like, okay, let me do this again. We're gonna have to help each other out. What do you say, partners?
That moment when the cartoon villain actually learns from their mistake.
It would have to have been a different villain because then he would already because that one was already friends, so it would have to be somebody else. But yeah, it's when the cartoon hero doesn't learn from his mistakes, which to be fair is a very Ben 10 thing to do. So that would track entirely. Yeah. Tam says a sign that says does Bruno Mars get okay, yeah. Fair enough. Yeah, but also had a long stream and also have a headache. No, that's fair. If you want a headache remedy, True Pop is not for you. So yeah, that's fair. Nor is for Andromeda because yes, you're right. So dumb True Pop shenanigans. She's just like, you ruined my twist reveal. I was about to fight you. Yeah. No, and you're not going anywhere. Well, I'm leaving. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Leave. You can go whenever you want. You have such a Markiplier facial expression when you're dancing to music sometimes. Anyway. Well, it's nice meeting you. See ya! The concern I would have right now, well, first of all, nice movement here at least, but the concern I would have right now is, where's the real Eli if she's been gone for this long? Oh no, what's happening? Come back here before my head falls off its neck joint. Look at that connection there. Oh no. Gacha Life 2, everyone. the neck and the leg.
Yeah, I was gonna say the neck is not the concern for me.
Well, I mean, for me it would be because the head's about to fall off, but yeah, the leg also would be, yeah.
Look, if the neck is about to fall off, the leg is actively flying away. There's a more immediate concern here.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Thank goodness we have the Bond walking cycles. We don't run into this problem. I do appreciate at least like the attempt to long stride, like running like that, like something custom. It just ended up, I guess, literally flying too close to the sun based on the height of that leg. Oh well.
Little known fact: Icarus was actually just a singular leg.
It was a prosthetic that Daedalus used sometimes. He just threw it out the window like a paper airplane with a couple of wax wings. Yeah, the wind blew it to the sun.
Wings was actually just an analogy for arms. Icarus looked very similar to my Spore characters.
I was about to, I was like, there's one leg with arms coming out. That is horrifying. That's more horrifying than this image right now. But I suspect Kid also say something about this image right now.
I am weird. Like, if it works for my creatures would look like horror movie monsters.
Look, I just have questions for like Treepo or whatever. So here's the thing. So before I decided not to do it anymore, I've been trying to help Treepo with some of her character designs. I mean, like, use these.
Oh, see, you're the one who's responsible for this.
What? Okay, well, so when she did that transform. So, like, if you saw, like, her original form or whatever, you can tell that is all Treepo. Like, all with the pink and the purple and whatnot. And then when you get to see her super part form, I'm like, this is my character design I made for her. So I even made her original form to make it better and whatnot, but decided not to use that, but decided to use the super form that I created for her. Treepo, I have questions for you. Why do you want me to help create designs for you and then not use them? And then I suddenly do use them. Make up your mind.
Hey, it's me, Joey Wheeler. I got a question for you.
Oh, no, come on, man, not Yu-Gi-Oh right now, no, come on.
You've had enough Yu-Gi-Oh this week? Yeah, I can see. You've had a lot to do with Yu-Gi-Oh recently.
Oh, yeah, like, it's about to go down. Like, here's the thing, what's funny too, I didn't decide, okay, how many, like, page numbers, because I can, like, add page numbers over to, like, the chapters and whatnot in Google Docs or whatever. Yeah, we're not even in session 4 And I'm already on page 98 of story wise in the book, and I'm like, this is going to be a Lord of the Rings kind of book, isn't it? Isn't it? It's because so much stuff is happening, and then like today, like I record stuff for like the I forgot. GK, well,
the Lord of the Rings has too much happening for you.
No, I never read
There's
Lord
too
of the
much
Rings.
happening for a lot of people, to be fair, BB.
What do you mean? It's like a flat. It's not that hard of a read. It's like,
okay, no, it's not that hard of a read. It's just a tedious read at times.
Yes, it's a very long book. Like I even tried reading a Hobbit one time, and I was like,
The Hobbit is literally a children's story. It was.
I was gonna say the Hobbit. The Hobbit, I'm fine with. Yeah, I don't know about Lord of the Rings. I can get like, but like
I disagree on the Lord of the Rings. I get that subjective. Fine. The Hobbit's literally made for kids.
Let's see. I was like what, like 12 or something. Didn't really want to read, so like when my mom was trying to read The Hobbit, I was like, yeah, no, I don't care for this. I'm gonna do something else.
That's why
allegedly Tolkien actually made The Hobbit so that one of his kids would be excited about reading. Don't know if that's true or not, but that's allegedly.
No, I mean it's a classic. Yeah, that's part of the reason why a lot of Tolkien fans really don't like the movies, because they made them a lot more like in tone of Lord of the Rings, but also it lengthened it to be like a normal like movie series and not a children's book.
Yeah, well, again, they absolutely did not. But yeah, I think that there was the original idea was going to be 2 movies, but then they went, so hey, let's just make it 3 because
worked well for the Lord of the Rings.
But anyway, yeah. So like,
I make money
happening, and then,
yeah, that's it.
And then GK carried an idea called Furries Beyond Animated Read Aloud. So that's what they was going to be called for a Gacha project. No, I cannot talk today. All
you got it. You got it.
I'm tired, baby. I am tired.
I don't care.
I did a long stream today because my game broke, and so I had to reinstall it.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? You already said that in chat for the reason you weren't going to join, but you joined anyway, so you can take the heat. You're fine. Cry about it.
Wow. Baby did a womp womp at me. She did a womp womp at me. She was just like, womp womp, who cares? Yeah. You're here now. Wow, baby. Wow. I never thought you would go this low. How dare you?
I don't know why.
How dare you?
Where did you get any kind of presumptions that I would not go that low? In fact, I'll go lower if you want.
Oh, please go lower, Your Majesty. You're the queen here. The queen of Sass.
Fair enough. I mean, if you want someone who's really met a new low, again, go check what happened on the pop server today. But, yeah.
I'll tell you what isn't at a new low though. That leg.
Well, no, that's a new high. The leg's a new high. The other one is perfectly fine. By the way, Bond sent me this image in the meantime. Just again, as like part of the extra caption.
Yeah.
I probably didn't comment on it because there was so much going on in that intro sequence that, yeah, but absolutely makes a lot of sense to reference. 100%.
Yeah, so like that's why we were like, no, not you, because like I'm doing so much like campaign and then writing the lore and then reading the lore out loud in a recording multiple times because I keep messing up some words and whatnot because apparently I can't read, and then a lot of things happen in the super runs, and then trying to fix my game and whatnot. But yeah, anyways, yeah. Tripa, why are you using like one of my designs and then I use my other design?
Did they hold on? If it's your design, did they at least give credit in the description?
No, they did not.
Oh well, okay.
Yeah, so a lot of people don't ask for like credit for designs, for gacha designs in descriptions. That's not normally practicing gacha community. Maybe it should be, to be honest. But yeah, again, I can see that. But if someone didn't ask to be credited specifically, why that wouldn't have been the approach in that instance. But for intros and such, it's usually more common.
I think that should probably be common practice. There's a reason why films and stuff credit costume designers and such, but.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I'm not saying. I'm just saying. I get why that part wasn't added, given that we've already given Trip a hard time about credits. Just just establishing that again.
Like, I don't care about
Hey, you know what would make it easier so you don't get like a hard time for your credits? Giving credit.
No, yeah, absolutely.
That would solve a lot of problems.
Yeah, for the new video, that's what she's been doing, at least in regards to the ghosty stuff. But yeah, it definitely would have helped get us to this point a lot sooner. Yeah. Looks like an issue an issue me, though I bro. Okay, all right.
What? No, hold on. I did not lock you in the basement. I said, and like, I mean, if you want to, you don't have to. And you're like, yeah, just give me the details or whatever. And I give you the details, and you're asking questions and whatnot. I did not force you to do anything. You did that on your own free will. Paul is the other one who trusts people in the basement. Not me. Not Jacob. Not Baby. Vaughn.
Shame on you.
Not me, not Hermione, you.
Exactly. Thank you for getting that reference, Jacob.
Oh my goodness, I came prepared today. You see. All right. All right. I think we can continue now. I think everything is somewhat sorted.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also, no Bruno Mars. Next half my pad is a Bruno Mars song. I mean, what? Carry on.
Wait, what? Are you hearing that, guys? I break it up.
Oh, okay. I guess he doesn't like Bruno Mars. Good to know.
She must hate that Bruno Mars is gay.
Well, it was the most discussed in the media a few years ago. What can I say? All right. I think I lost her. Yay! Or I think I lost her. Yay! Don't make me come back. wow, Bruno Mars is a sore subject. Jeez. What did Bruno Mars ever do to you?
KW homophobe era.
All right. Okay. Anyway, sup, Tree Pop? I thought if I come and visit you, then what? If you thought come and visit you, then what? Also, wait, you say okay. Hold on. So you love Bruno Mars, but beforehand you were saying no Bruno Mars. What?
Well, they don't. Well, they just wanted to show that they aren't homophobic, is all.
Oh, okay. All right. Fine. Okay.
It's understandable.
All right. Also, welcome, Satan's child, to the stream. I had to say your name because, of course. All right.
You'll fit right on in here.
Yeah, you're honestly you'll fit more so in the in our D&D stream that we're going to do later.
That's fair, and it's going to be right there. And you know where you can find that? Not here, but on the Butter Bunch.
Yeah, exactly. I'll be sure to reiterate that again once we wrap up here, because I also need, it won't be immediate because I also need time to set up because you know I've yeah, and to finish the other half of my dinner as well. I need to make sure I'm fueled. I'm gonna start something at 2 a.m.
No, totally. Yeah, even like the few times we do multiple streams a day, or even whenever I'm willing to go play like Dead by Daylight with Aiden. If a stream just happened, I always want at least an hour to like calm down and get back up.
Oh, okay, yeah, fair. All right. Okay, I thought if I come and visit you, then something will happen. Nice to see you, Natalia. I don't recognize this character, actually. I don't recall anyone being named Natalia, so I guess there's another one of Tripop's friends that I just haven't met yet. He's okay, I don't really care for his music. Meanwhile, you just have a dartboard in your room just being like, Bruno Mars. Anyway. Oh, new teleport sound effect. We're different. Where are we? I think I recognize this dimension. Well, you recognized it before, but you don't anymore? Why is there a D there? Anyway. Elizabeth, what are you doing here? Well, I mean, you didn't go looking for her after she was revealed to have been an imposter for, since episode 2. So I guess she just showed up now because she's like, well, now that Andromeda's revealed herself, I guess I'm free to go now. That's how that works. All right. You know what? You know what? We need this. We need this. There we go. Yep, there it is. Okay. Should be busy with your editing of episode 1 of the Ballet Pops. Obviously, this episode was made and released before that episode came out. Given that I just showed an image from that episode in question. So, yeah. It's been a while, like I said. I was editing episode 1 of the Ballet Pops. Season 2 specifically, not season 1, because that already happened. But I saw this beam of light outside my window. It was like a portal in the sky, like with every movie ever since like 2011. Anyway, we got to get out of here. But wait, are you the real you? Okay, now we're asking the proper questions. All right, then. What do you mean? Well, it's hard to explain, but Andromeda pretended to be you. How was that hard to explain? You just did it. Andromeda pretended to be you. 5 words. Done. What? Huh? I'm so sorry, Tamsin. I didn't realize she tricked you. See, she picked that up instantly. What was hard about that? Is it me or is the music like? Does it sound like a Jack in the Box almost? Like the way it's like sort of like it's like the tempo is changing. Like you're like. I don't know. I think it's fluctuating almost. Anyway, so Elizabeth, we just stop her no matter what. Yeah, it goes slower again. Yeah. I believe that Troublemaker has Isla. Yeah, so not that Troublemaker, but I believe that Troublemaker, the villain named Troublemaker, has Isla. Okay. Yeah. Proper noun should be capitalized for that reason. Much like Isla's name, actually. Anyway, we have to rescue her now. You see what I mean? It's like, yeah, anyway. But she's hiding. Let's transform. Also, yeah, it's the excuse was they're in a different dimension, apparently. It's much like the Spider-Verse. They get different animation whenever they cross from, one dimension to another, I guess, apparently. All right,
and to be fair, that is a really cool thing in the Spider-Verse films.
Mm-hmm.
No, I think it's a neat
it is.
choice.
Absolutely, yeah, and an ambitious one at that, I mean, honestly, it's so much that even my dad had to give them credit over that because, like, whenever I get to pick the movie in the cinema, he normally has like the same things to say about it. But Spider-Verse particularly was an exception.
Yeah, the Spider-Verse movies are pretty good. I think Across might be one of my favorite superhero movies ever, actually.
Yeah, I've told the story before what happened when we watched Across the Spider-Verse in the cinemas, haven't I?
Probably.
The one where. Okay, the one where they got to the end part where it's said to be continued, and then like one girl from like the front row of the audience was like, "No, I refuse, no, I protest," or something like that.
I do,
and her friends were like, "Calm down."
I do remember that.
One of my favorite theater-going experiences.
It's a good movie.
Actually.
I'll be honest, like most superhero movies, regardless of how good they are, the villains aren't usually super memorable. The Spot, maybe my favorite superhero villain. And it's all because of that movie. They just executed his character so well. I loved it.
Oh yeah, I would. He wouldn't be up to the top for me, but I like the difference that the approach they went with. But anyway,
I mean, the voice actor really did his best.
Yeah. Oh wait, sorry, because didn't pick up the capable. That's why I was saying. Okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. I can't comment on the voice acting because again, watch it in Spanish, so can't say. Unfortunately, Spanish voice actor was all right. There you go. Jacob is my favorite. What am I the Spot now? I appreciate that, but I don't think I count as a Spider-Man villain just yet. That'd be some interesting casting though. All right, that was me. They dragged me out of the theater, kicking and screaming. Oh well, there you go. I didn't know that you could scream in Spanish. I guess angry French person and Spanish person. They're similar entities. All right then. Anyway, gas pumps can't be defeated. Where's Natalia? I told her to stay behind, off screen, I guess. It's too dangerous for her. Why was she even here in the episode then? She showed up, you went inside inside your house, and then decided to bail with a different friend. Like, I know one of your friends is in danger, but you could have said to her, actually, Natalia, not a good moment right now. Come back later. I've got something urgent to deal with. Instead of like, oh, sure, yeah, come on in. By the way, we're leaving now. Poof. Like, come on. Also, why is her hair fine, but the outfit is not? Maybe it's a fusion or something of the two ideas. But I don't know. Can we please stay in this universe forever? Well, I mean, at least the hair's fine in this universe, so yeah. Why not?
Again, like the Spider-Verse movies.
I have questions. I'm sure you do. Okay, British Pops, I'm ready to fight. Is that the... Sure, okay, I'm guessing that's the activation for the British Pops, because we haven't heard it yet, because again, the British Pops still have not united, as far as I'm aware. One thing I will point out here is that for British Pops, if they're going to say it together, hopefully it becomes we're ready to fight once they actually form the group that, their show is named after. We'll get to that point eventually. Anyways, Kanaba's got a catchphrase to say right now, so here we go.
All right, give me one moment. Everyone ready?
No, you don't get a moment. Say the thing.
Oh, wait, never mind.
Oh, seizure warning, I guess.
I don't know what's going on. My webcam is broken.
It's like the okay, there we go.
I have questions.
There we go.
You were so close. You were so close, girlfriend. You were so close. You were so close. The hair looks fine. It looks all right and whatnot. But then when you look at the outfit, you're just like, what is this? Just a pig mess? I cannot see all the details in her outfit or anything like that. Devastating a
What
pig.
details?
An outline. Please. Dreambot, you were so close. I've been trying to
Yeah, the hot pink is definitely not, helping with this, at all, to be honest. Yeah.
I am calm. I'm calm. I'm very, very much calm right now. I'm fine.
Seems like it.
Yeah, I am calm. I mean, you don't hear me screaming. I do not have pent up anger. I do not. I'm calm.
Well, Mass Effect did a number on you, apparently.
It very much did. Very much.
Yeah, I looked at that stream briefly. You were just in it, and you happened to be in the middle of trying to decide the next prompt to respond to, speech dialogue wise. So it's okay, didn't seem to be too crazy then, but maybe we're gonna check out the VOD because I was also.
I hear Mass Effect is good. I've never played it, but I hear it's really good.
Good. I mean, if you like Baldur's Gate 3 and whatnot, then you will like Mass Effect.
My thing is, one of my favorite genres is choice adventure games. That's I like it when it's especially intricate. If there's just a ton of endings, that's my cup of tea.
Basically,
in Spatial Markiplier.
Basically, if you if you know type of games and what they did or whatever, it's basically like that, but a lot better. They handle it a lot better with your if your action has your own consequences and whatnot, like you have to be very careful what kind of choices you want to make. So if you're really like that.
Well, Detroit Become Human was maybe my favorite game ever. And this is the only reason Alan Wake 2 hasn't trumped it actually. Is because I remember playing Detroit Become Human and getting the end, and I'm like, wow, I've never seen anyone get this ending. Like this is a unique ending that's mine, and I was like, that's really cool.
Yeah, and then like also like if you play like the first game and then like the second game, all of your like decisions one that will lead into like the third game. So
yeah, I remember Telltale did that a little bit in Minecraft Story Mode.
Yeah, with Minecraft, it's basically like that with Minecraft Story Mode, but like I think a lot of people say it's a lot better than what Telltale's game did because it actually make it feel like your actions don't have consequences.
Yeah, that's the thing. I enjoyed Telltale games, but I felt like they're like a lot of it was the illusion of choice, and a lot of the things didn't matter except for like a handful of things.
Yeah, exactly. With this one, however, it's like, oh, if you make this choice, and you're gonna lead down to this path. Oh, if you make that choice, it will lead down into this path. You gotta be careful and whatnot.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I do recommend going back to it. Even though I only played like the first bit of the game, I'm already loving it so far. So there's that.
Another game where your choices matter is Spore.
Yes.
Especially if you're playing with Jacob, who hates your choices and wants to sabotage you.
No, because I know what the outcome is going to be if certain things happen. This is going to end up not going well for you later. Hopefully you'll listen to the sage advice of someone who's been playing this game almost since it came out. But,
yeah. You know what, BB? Feel free. Just keep on going in that water. It'll be fine, I'm sure.
Yeah, I might.
Oh no! What just happened?
To be honest, I might try playing Spore, but like, when I got to like the outer space stuff, I got very bored with it because I'm just like, this is not fun anymore.
Well, the outer space stuff is because, like, you know, the other stages, you can either go through them really quickly, you can like spend some time, but actually like see there's like an end point that's like very easy to get to. With the outer space one, essentially you are constantly like accumulating like, you know, other things. It feels like an entirely different game almost. So I understand that at that point.
Yeah, it's like as soon as I get to space, it's like, yep, I'm good there. Like I could go my own story of what happens next or whatever. I don't really need to do this or whatever because like it just like it feels tedious to me. I don't know.
There is a lot more repetition in the space stage than it is in any of the others.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think I had the same thing. Like my brother and I filled up like our nan's computer with, you know, just like with almost every single plan because we're like, okay, we're gonna create a different creature here. We're gonna do this thing or something or do that, and then yeah. But a lot of the time we actually, I think we only got to space stage twice because we just didn't decide to pursue it further, not because we weren't able to.
Fair enough. But oh my god, Spore is such a fun game. I might actually do a stream of it sometime in the future.
I would, yep. If that happens, I would definitely love to join that.
I'll let you know. I'll let you know.
Experience playing with BB, but yeah,
I'll let you know.
Also, I don't think anyone can break Spirit as well as I can.
No, probably not.
Oh god, I'm scared.
Yeah. By the way, fun fact about Life is Strange, I think that was my second ever Dan Bull song, was the Life is Strange one he did. Anyway. His pitching Majesty's, you hope keep going that way. Totally the right path. Majesty as a DM, yeah. Right then.
Totally fair enough. It sounds like I'm forcing you to go on this venture at all.
You did this on your own choice, remember?
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like I'm hiding something from you all. No.
Of course not. Again, when was Majesty ever hidden anything? Most Bloom and Rage is a good game. They could say it's better than Life is Strange, but I suppose it was bad and shouldn't have been made. Okay. I don't know. I didn't know either of those two existed, so fair enough. We'll just leave it. I'll have to leave it at that, unfortunately. Anyways, they're ready to fight. Yeah.
Take care.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
we know you're probably. We know you're there, troublemaker. Stop hiding from us and give back Isla. I guess they're not going to care about, others. They're not going to deal with Andromeda anymore. But yeah, fair enough. This is important, actually. We know that you have my sister. I want to have her back. What do you mean? I don't have her. She must be the same as you were before. No! Not the other dimension! We want to stay here! Where things look okay and Tree probably mildly looks like baby from sister location. I can tell that you're not telling the truth. That's the second time that's happened, but okay. If you don't tell where Isla is, we will find her ourselves. You're doing a bang-up job so far, but yes.
I can't hear the phrase bang-up job anymore without thinking of Wilford, Mother Love, and Wharf Stash.
That makes sense. I haven't seen that, but it just makes sense to me. Okay, so well, we got a visual upgrade this episode. That's that's a pro, I suppose. I mean, again, we actually had the payoff to some rising stakes that were going on, and now going to season finale. I guess this is where we're going to hopefully wrap up both of those ideas, because Troublemaker and Andromeda have both been operating since sometime before in the adventures. So I guess we'll see. And again, much like with other Troop Hub videos, the grammar does, in fact, a lot of the stuff speaks for itself. So there isn't too much in terms of in terms of what was it, of like much to regarding the visuals, apart from like the facial expression, and again the issues with Gacha Life 2, because yeah, that happens quite a lot. Especially, you might add, if you copy paste poses in Gacha Life 2, because sometimes the character scaling, if you don't like differences in scaling, that's an issue. That's actually what I found. But with there's one famous video where where a person has made like all the Gacha Club poses in Gacha Life 2. Problem is that they scaled their character differently in that so all the poses are actually skewed when you put them in, like not majorly, but enough to be noticeable. And I keep forgetting I said I was going to do a document myself about having fixed all of those poses and added there's several others, but yep, forgot about that. Oops. Perhaps another day. All right then. Okay, again, Glow, you've already been asked not to spam before. I appreciate the enthusiasm. I truly do, but you don't need to say it multiple times. I see that. I've been reading all the comments. I don't put them all on screen, but I read them all.
Yeah, okay, they're clearly playing with. Let me just. Yeah, it's good enough.
All right. Well, that's being dealt with. Let's go ahead and look at the season finale. Okay, artist nowhere to be seen. Oh, we just got out of there? I thought we got about to like face Charmander. All right, I guess not. Also, you looked in one room of that place and you decided she was not there. That's more scatterbrained than the Occulta cast. My goodness.
That's all you need to do, right?
just check in one room and just I didn't see nothing. Oh well. I picture this as like sad Torbeck noises, like like that. Torbeck wanted to see the better Gacha. Torbeck loves animated mouths. Anyway. Don't worry, I know someone who can help us. Yay. Also, 1 hours later. 1 hours. 1 whole hours. As opposed to 2 hour. Good job of playing our trusty test subject. So, who'd you recommend? Okay, I'm now getting like Fallen Angels flashbacks. Regarding regarding the torture scene that couldn't be executed because Dylan didn't get the point of the jokes. But yeah, they seem to be behaving the same way. So they've either got I wonder if they've got either Troublemaker or Andromeda tied up right now to try and figure this out. Let's see. Oh, never mind. They've got me. I should have known. I forgot. Yes, this is the episode that I was in. I did foreshadow that earlier. All right, then. The Jacob Butter? Yes! I wasn't signed up for this. Just because Eli pulled me out from my office doesn't mean... I like how I just give off the impression of having an office. Like this is just an apartment. It's not my office, but oh well. Oh my goodness. Hold on a second.
Okay, well.
There we go.
God.
All right. Anyway, yeah, no, we saw that before. I did warn about that. But I recommended not to go into that detail before, but yeah. Never mind.
Well, I literally have no choice but to ban you. We get in trouble if we don't, so. Sorry, bud.
You can remove the comments. You can remove the comments. That's probably easier.
Maybe, but YouTube has access to see archives and such like that, so. I don't want to play with fire.
Please let me in. Oh yeah, you want to prove that you're real now? Fair enough. Hello, I am Bon. I am a real person.
There was like 2 more timeouts left, but after they put that down, I was like, well, dang.
They put it down earlier, so if that was an issue before, then
I didn't see it earlier.
Yeah. All right.
But hey, in case chat doesn't know, if there's anyone else who might have a dirty little secret under the carpet, the minimum age to have a YouTube account officially is 13. So.
Yeah, you're not supposed to disclose that. And the reason that came up, the first time was because apparently it's Glow's birthday, so that's also another thing. It was but yeah, as far as what was I gonna say? Yeah. Asked before if Bomb was AI because of the response. To be fair, like that is the kind of response that was on that like an AI would be like designed to state its purpose. But yeah, no.
No,
I mean, we weren't saying like the case of like, oh well, how dare you insinuate that? It's like no, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, Bon is here, so yeah, real person. I am
sounds
a real person.
Sounds like
oh
a
my gosh! How could you accuse me?
Okay, I promise I'll be really quick, and it has nothing to do with what we've been just talking about. But I cannot gloss over this. We need to go back when Eli introduces you.
Okay. All right then.
Dace, I think you missed something really important.
Let me see. Okay, trusty test subject. It was the line after this. Not this. Okay. Yeah. Wait a minute.
Oh
no. Who did you recommend? Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Our fan-made pop lover and member of the pop. Okay. Yeah.
The Pop Pops. Do you understand what this means?
They invented Jacob Butter.
Yes!
They invented Jacob Butter.
Well, I mean, it was already.
Listen. So the bunglers video that Johnny made, we freaked out about because it was meant to. It accidentally, unintentionally canonized the Pop Pops. just
Yes.
by existing.
No, I didn't flinch at this because
it was
it's already
relieved
made
because,
canon.
unfortunately, but also fortunately, in Jacob's case, it was all a dream. So by that logic, the Pop Pops was no longer canon, and now Treat Pop has just canonized it again.
Unless the whole
this,
season is
DC?
also a dream, which I'm hoping it isn't, because that's my least favorite trope of all time. But we'll see. So yeah, I guess it truly is canon now, and not before. All right then.
Why does this keep happening? I just
don't
wanted
know.
to make a fan-made funny video, and it's turning itself
fan-made
inside
pop,
out.
Yeah. So
God.
for the record, you know, in case anyone, again, so we've got other people who are new here aside from Glow, who I don't know if they're still around, just having logged out or something. In case anyone else new, the Pops franchise does encapsulate the fan-made Pops content that's been made by a bunch of different people, including Treat Pop. It's conceptualized by Eli to begin with. The Pop Pops was not meant to be part of that. It did play on, you know, the things that we discussed in Gacha Review about the franchise specifically, but it wasn't necessarily a part of it because it was a spoof of the whole thing.
And it
So
had me and you.
well, yes, that's why I mentioned as
reason
members
as
of
to
Pop
why
Pops.
it wasn't supposed to be canon was because self-insert, but it's Pops and it's funny. I never.
Well, okay. Okay, that's okay. That wouldn't have detained anyone from making that association. We are literally looking at two self-insert characters that are canon to the franchise right now. That would not mean anything. The mere fact of being self-insert does not negate canonicity in this context.
I thought it would. I should have known better, I guess. Silly
Yes, you
me.
should.
Yeah, apparently. Were you not aware that everyone, pretty much every member of the Jazz Pops was based on one of Eli's friends?
I only knew about Emma.
And Tamsin and Isla are
and I heard
real life.
based on. I heard based on, not self-insert. I feel like those are two different things.
They are, but
Actually, yeah, to be fair, I did phrase them correctly. Yeah, they are self-insert of the friends. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they were also their friends' actual OCs, and they would combine together to make that roster to begin with. So
I just thought I made it abundantly clear that this was supposed to be a non-canon funny video just to make people laugh. I don't know where I went wrong. And the fact that Tamsin didn't even ask me if I could use the Pop Pops in her video, because I would have said no for this exact reason.
technically, well, I mean, so far we haven't seen. Okay, well, we've seen a member of the Pop Pops. We haven't seen them as a concept aside from this from this line here. So
It still
so
counts.
it's not quite. Okay.
Because now
okay.
this changes everything. Now the Pop Pops are canon again.
I've been in other franchise Pops videos before, just not having been referenced as a member of the Pop Pops.
Yes, but
I have
a
you are
question.
referenced as a character from the Pop Pops, so this is the character Jacob from the Pop Pops.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Do you guys think that Treat Pop thought about the implications?
Treat
No.
Pop did not think about the implications.
Tree Pop never thinks about the implications.
Wait, Jacob, put your new image on screen.
Oh, well, I mean, that's not Starkid related, but we have it. We have this. Yeah. All right. That's close enough, I guess. That's close enough.
Dear God. Okay, I needed to address that because that could not go untouched.
No, I understand that completely. Yeah.
Okay, I'm not here to derail. I am going to leave. I will be back in the chat.
It's fine. Thank you for shedding light on that. It was a relevant tangent.
Ah!
Okie dokie. All right. So yes, the Jacob Gacha, the one and only that exists in this universe that is all confirmed to be the same person. Yeah. Anyway, I wasn't signed up for this. Yeah, a pretty ironic statement now, considering what we just talked about. But fair. Just because Eli pulled me up from yeah. I don't want to help you to find Isla. I'm sorry, Tamsin. I just can't. I'm not supposed to have powers in this world. I demand to be lucid pop. Yeah, fair enough. That makes sense given your series. I have to see that. Well, you're exempt for right now. See, here's the thing. This one thing I didn't mention to you, Bon. Is that yeah, obviously like you weren't messaged about like the pop specifically. But actually, Tamsin did message me asking if she would mind if I were in the episode. She didn't mention anything about the pops, but she did mention me specifically. I was like, yeah, of course. I mean, I've been in other episodes. Why not? What's the worst that could happen?
You didn't think about the implications.
No, because I thought there were no implications to think about. Anyway, please, Jacob, I'm so worried about my sister, and I care about her. Okay. Well, that's probably the fastest I've changed my mind about anything. Okay, let's go, troops. Wait, hold on. If we're all bear in mind that Eli is not a member of the British Pops and doesn't have the child-based sequence normally. Does that mean that I'm gonna get the same sequence? Okay, no, we're all cutting back and forth. Fair enough then. Okay. BB, enjoying that pizza?
Mm-hmm.
I had to do it to you for once since Ghostie isn't here to, say it back. All right. Anyways, okay, let's go. Why am I there exactly? Oh, look, it's Isla. We found her immediately. I was useless in this episode. Like, I've said before, my other character, I'll say about myself. Why am I here? I serve no purpose.
I wonder that.
Yay, Isla, you're safe. I thought you were going to gatecrash to get your sister back. Oh no, we forgot to look in a second room. Because it's Trollmaker again. Nothing plot. Probably because I guess she recently rewatched the episode, maybe? Alright. There's a princess in a room with no one, yeah. This person born as a judge, content creator, and a pop. I guess it makes sense that I would have an office in that reality. Yeah, that's fair. Let Isla go. If I let her go, if I let her go, full sentence, until you beat me in a game, Candy Crush.
No, in a game.
With this music, I thought you were going to say rap battle. Which, by the way, that has happened in Super Pops, actually. They did rap battle someone to save the day at one point.
It's crazy. The amount of jobs that character Jacob has had, and none of them are the one that, like, a character Jacob originated from. Because in the Butterverse, he's a therapist.
Yeah. That, again, are completely unrelated. Honestly, the less that Tamsin knows about the Butterverse, the better, because I feel like she would definitely canonize it by accident if if she looked into it. So hopefully that never happens. He does the ghost. Yes, I did do that. Yeah. My proudest moment is my appearance in Poisoning Pigeons. Anyway. I love that game. Let's do this.
Is this a Candy Crush sponsorship? Oh my god.
All right, I guess the actual gameplay. I mean, it does make sense to use the actual gameplay. I would have suggested like shrinking it down a little bit so it's like so you can actually see the other characters at the same time. I'd be like superimpose them over the top to imply like who's moving what, basically. Just to make it a little bit more, appealing in that case.
This is a Treat Pop Let's Play series now. Tomorrow they're going to play Clash of Clans.
No, it's one of my reaction videos from 7 years ago when I used gameplay footage. I picked like games like this.
Yeah.
And Spore as well, actually.
The classic AFMA reviews, remember?
Oh, that was Bed Wars. Yeah, but by that point I was using a bit more of the typical like commentary YouTuber style of competitive gameplay versus literally just matching games akin to Candy Crush. That was a different part. That was late 2018. You know, early 2018 was this stuff.
Tasty.
I've never heard. I never played Candy Crush, so I've never heard it before.
Neither have I.
How do you tasty? Like, well, that is quite deep.
It's yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I wonder if KW is still in the chats.
Oh, this is definitely on the weirder sides of things we've reacted to here.
And it's just honestly, no, it's just a game of Candy Crush. Like, this is not on the weirder side of things we've reacted to. Like, this is because this is tranquil compared to everything else. Oh wait, I was about to ask like who's playing. No, it says the top Treat Pop's view. No apostrophe, but yeah, Treat Pop's view, I guess. So she's the one playing right now. So I guess as long as Troublemaker doesn't beat her high score. Oh, that's kind of clever execution, because that means that all that Tamsin has to do is play worse than her in-universe counterpart as Troublemaker, and then she wins. Assuming it doesn't go by multiple rounds. You know, we are only 2 minutes into this video that I think is probably like 10, so... Soda Crush. That's our new game, Soda Crush. It's our spin-off. Buy now on the App Store. The low price of $2.95. Okay, this is Troublemaker's view now. Ford F-150. It's the car for all occasions. But you made a special okay, sure, fine. We're just skipping that. How you you enjoying this Candy Crush gameplay? Juicy. The bezelberry is juicy.
The hand movement is crazy.
I don't know if you've got to that part. Like, I don't know if you've seen that those adventure scripts of the bezelberries. That makes sense in context. Anyway,
I'm making my own context.
Okay, fair enough. To be fair, Troublemaker seems to not be doing too badly, so maybe we are going to have multiple rounds. I'm hoping that we don't, because this is not exactly engaging gacha content, let's say. But oh well.
Well, based on the audio lines, it certainly sounds like at least 2 people are engaged in something.
Yeah. I think it's like the one narrator though, but yeah, there's 2. Like, yeah.
Well, it certainly
this
sounds
is why
too exciting
is
for
so
it to be
great in
one.
reactions. Yeah. Juicy. Existence is pain. Juicy.
It's not even switching lines.
It's just the same clip over.
It's just juicy.
We only recorded like 5 lines.
We love juicy.
That's all we needed. We love to say juicy. Juicy. Stuffer. Troublemaker is cheating. That's my line.
Okay. Or
I
are
have
you
a line
saying it with that
episode,
voice? Then that's your line.
Troublemaker is cheating. How do I know? Wait, what
that
exactly
moment
was
when
cheating
Jacob
in this
voice acts
context? How did
himself
Troublemaker cheat?
incorrectly.
How did Troublemaker cheat exactly? Never mind me what I'm doing, but like, what? How did I guess that in the universe? Like, what?
I'm not even sure how you do cheat in Candy Crush, to be honest with you.
I guess given that how the number like hyperinflated itself, like I don't, yeah.
Tasty.
I've been waiting for this moment for such a long time. To see your face controlled in the simplest of lines.
Divine.
And divine. I should have saved this. Oh, I thought it was gonna say gummy. I thought it was gonna say because a gummy bear. But all right, fine.
No, that wouldn't sound innuous enough.
Ah, I see. Gummy. Yeah, no, not quite.
Now, if they said fishy.
Well, there's a fish moon right now. Maybe they will.
Oh, there is. No, it's just tasty again.
Never mind. Oh, she gave herself more moves. Right. Okay.
Tasty.
Am I just watching over the over both of their shoulders as they're like engaged on their phones like this? We will engage in the ultimate battle. Prepare to go down.
Well, no, you know what's crazy? I don't even think Candy Crush is co-op, which means what you're doing is you're watching over their shoulder, and then whenever they switch turns, you're moving over to the other side. Because they have to be handing the phone over. It's not a co-op game.
That's even worse. Okay. Deceased.
It's starting to become a really promiscuous Mortal Kombat narrator.
It's like a time Candy and Grandpa were keeping a bowl. Yeah. Wasted. Imagine if GTA had that had this narrator as well. Die.
Juicy.
We have been going for like 3 minutes. Most of the episode.
This is the rest of the episode. This is the episode.
This is the season finale of Tree Pop Adventures. And what a thrilling finale.
And what a thrilling finale it is.
Yeah, what we were saying before about an episode with stakes.
Tasty.
Clearly, we've been punished for our hubris.
The stakes are so
Tasty.
Jelly.
Divine.
You know what makes this worse? It's not even like epic battle music. It's just the Candy Crush soundtrack. So it's like always like super pleasant and upbeat when we both like engage like the final confrontation between them.
Divine. Soda Crush.
Light motion first.
You know what else this episode is?
Divine.
Really not in time with the actual text.
I don't know what the timing is, if there is.
Well, the review of Candy Crush, I guess.
But I know he'll eventually say it, so if you just give it a few
whole
seconds.
Ghost Girl series.
Tasty.
Draw 2. The color is now red. Uno reverse. Skip a turn.
Soda
Element
Crush.
based on the shot of crazy 8s. No. Connect full. Connect full.
So delicious.
There's this Prosy D sketch about how anticlimactic it is sometimes that like cutscenes compared to the actual gameplay. You have to at least 8 rainbow gems to beat me. That's like an actual line from the anyway.
I love
No fish. Yeah.
I love how thoroughly uncommentable this actually is.
I'm not even bothering to pause.
So delicious.
If the Butter Bunch viewers could see us now, you know, talking over the footage and not actually pause, it's like, because there's nothing to say.
They would beg
We
for
pause
us to pause.
on videos because we have things to comment.
Tasty.
Also, the sooner that we get this done, the sooner it's over. Save the bears. Great. I was so concerned. And now I've got Trialmaker again. All right. Is she going to cheat and give herself more moves again? Let's find out.
Tasty.
Hello, Animus Edits. Well, yeah, leave all you can. Okay. No, not another level. Why are we still going through other levels? The bit is over. How did they didn't even say how long we're going to go on for? They said beat me at Candy Crush. If you want to have fun, beat your high score in a single player game, you need a cutoff point somewhere, anywhere. God.
Juicy.
It looks normal. This is a gacha video. What part of this is normal to you? Where's the normality exactly? I
We
never
have
seen
a whole.
gacha video
What
this.
do you mean? There's a whole playlist of Candy Crush on your channel.
There really isn't. Or at least angry Spanish person. Enfadado.
Well, hold on. Wait, no, hold on. He said that right after he said, "BB, I'm crying," and then he said, "Release angry Spanish person." So maybe this is my power, guys. We're about to have a big moment here. The first one in the last 10 minutes.
Divine.
Yeah.
With all of my powers combined, my almighty Shazam! Oh, Kazam!
Divine. Soda Crush.
Also, yeah, gacha is well, yeah, gacha's normal for us.
Do the. I released the. I'm
Oh, I
holding
thought
him
you were trying to like
down.
release it in your. I think I released it in yourself. I thought that was like the idea.
Ah.
Okay. The moment has passed. Oh well.
Ah.
How you beat me with most points, it's not fair. Okay, now this is what we're used to. All right, this is the confusion that we like, of course. That's why I'm very good at Candy Crush. What do you mean it's why? It's proof you're very good at Candy Crush, but you're not. Anyway, I think we should leave. So was my purpose being there just to point out that the Chomika was cheating and then not do anything to rectify the situation? That's it. That's the season finale, apparently. So I was recovered. Eli came back of her own volition, and in the last episode, Andromeda revealed who she was for no apparent reason and stayed on a beach, I guess, even though they can all teleport. So we wrapped up everything that we set up for like the actual stakes and such, but we wrapped it up in the place like, okay, I guess we'll deal with that, whatever. And then most of the episode, which could have been like the payoff to Troop Up actually for once setting up things properly in the series rather than just being episodic all the time. Instead, we focused on Candy Crush. I'm gonna leave. I don't blame you. I mean, we're done here anyway. The video's over. We're on final thoughts now, but still, yeah. So, I mean, technically speaking, we do get the resolution. You know, everything that was a problem before was, in fact, you know, rectified. Not even much for a second season anyway, but still, it just wasn't done in a very satisfying manner. And it's very interesting. We have people like, hey, you want to watch the season finale? It's like, well, no, Trooper hasn't apologized yet. Now she apologized. I'm watching the season finale, and it's awful. Great. Everyone got what they wanted, I guess, here as well. But once again, much like the video itself, it was unsatisfying. So, yeah. I guess pros. Tamsin is good at playing Candy Crush. That's what I took out of this. We should have stayed in light motion. That was the better dimension. They would never let this happen. That's in a previous stream. I might not have gotten that at the time, depending, unless you mean like the apology part, in which case, yeah, I would have. Yeah. Anyway, I think sign the virus is multi playing board and card games or waiting for you to finish making episodes. Yeah, if the extras universe was still a thing, that's what they would be doing, like in between like scenes and such. That there's like in their like dressing rooms, they'll just like visit each other or something, and that's
that
what I would be
man is
doing.
playing
basically.
Galaga. Thought we wouldn't notice, but we did.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, mention the extras in front of me.
Sorry, I just pulled out an Avengers reference in relation to it. It's fine.
Fair enough. I didn't. Yeah. I mean, I take a reference to Melody with the pool in the sky, but that was like every movie at the time. So yeah, never mind. What board game is A11 playing in that scenario? You decide. Can I be further from a pro?
What board game is A11?
Oh, as in pro pops can again. Yeah. All right. That's why. That's the pro. That's not a pro. Okay. Yeah. Well. Yeah. We seem to be out of the fire from there. But honestly, that's only the first time that Trip was like done something like that. To be honest, because Eli's mere presence in the series, whether as a regular or not, was also done without Eli's knowledge, and the ballet pops having a crossover was also announced without Eli having any input on the matter. That's the only reason we have like the old Majesty design. Actually, that's why it's like set back in the day, is because of that. So yeah, it's another situation where it's like, well, I mean, there's a whole server now, again, dedicated to moderating the stuff about the franchise. That didn't used to be the case, because like, okay, you message, Eli in like the YouTube comments or something. If you had it on Discord, do it there, and then have to like contact a bunch of people. I don't know if they've had a group chat. They might have, but I doubt it. Now, everyone is actually sharing resources, with like their sound effects, their backgrounds, the designs they want to feature. So it is easier to pull this off. In all fairness. But again, the communication is still an essential step. It wasn't it was the case of like, it's a prerequisite to like make it function. It's more of a prerequisite to, make it function and also and also not step on like anyone's heels, as clearly as just happened today. It's weird to say they just met. Oh yeah, they just made you see today. Yeah, I think I did see that a little bit actually. I was like scrolling through messages. Yeah, so they made it. I mean, I guess like the main creators were made a GC, but yeah, like even if they'd done so back in the day.
Okay.
Maybe now you've become canon again. Well, canonically, I was excited by the idea, so I don't even know what my own thought process is. I will say, yeah, another like negative for this episode, another con actually was me. I served no purpose in this episode. Like, I understand perfectly. It's like, okay, you want to like put me in as a cameo, whatever. But like, you made it sound like you needed my help and then had my character stand around and do nothing. I don't understand that. Like some pop studios have the exact opposite problem. Like in jazz pop, sometimes they would stand, or disco pops, they would stand around and the pops would do nothing, and the character who was like the focus of the episode, like the new person, would do everything, and then they would just say goodbye. That at least is like a little bit better than introducing a character and being like, okay, well, that's that. I think actually Siskel and Ebert like had something similar. They said that if you're going to put us in a movie, like have us do something interesting. I think at one point, like Roland Emmerich puts them in Godzilla 94, and they said we didn't even get eaten by the monster. Like if you're gonna like put us in a movie, at least like mock us correctly. I'm not saying that to mock me necessarily, although if you had done so, then that would have been an approach, sure. But like at least have me like contribute to like the plot in some way, and don't just like, oh hey, we need your help. What are we gonna do? Stand there in the corner. Great, I can do that normally. Yeah, Bonazor mocking me, but at least he'll do so in some manner. Yeah, absolutely.
So
I'm not just there for aura and pops, at least.
So Bon,
how's my pops? I have an idea for it actually. I'm going with a little different direction than I was intending to originally.
Ooh. Anyways, so Bon decided on the board games. It's one of 3. Shoots and Ladders, some variation of Bean Boozled, in the 2017 jump scare game for Five Nights at Freddy's. It's a board game. No one knows about it. It's a real deep cut. It's a thing, though.
Have the theorist team gone through it for lore, hidden lore somewhere?
The theorist team has widely ignored the plethora of board games.
Oh no. Well, I guess we know what a future video is gonna be now.
I'm not even sure if they know they exist, to be honest.
I don't know. I'd be surprised if they didn't know that they exist.
I guess they aren't really like mainstream things. They never get any advertisement, but there's a lot of them. There's even a FNAF variant of Monopoly. Actually, sorry, no, there's 2 FNAF variants of Monopoly.
Like advertising it. Yeah. Okay, fair. FNAF itself wouldn't have gotten much advertising if it weren't for YouTubers. So, in that case, GT Not Live would be the advertising in that instance.
Yeah.
Oh well. Speaking of game. Well, I was gonna say board games, not quite the same thing. Okay, never mind. I was gonna segue into talking about D&D again, but we'll.
That's a
hold on.
board
What posting
game.
do I have in the pop? We didn't do much either. Yeah, but yeah, not the way we play it, but originally, yes. Oh yeah, I guess, yeah. I guess if online version of board games count without the board existing in the name, then yeah, I suppose it would count. All right, fair enough. Okay, what did we serve it? We didn't do much either. We literally sang and saved the day. We did we did what the pops originally usually do. We had a reason to congregate basically, and even an obstacle to overcome. Several, if you count the design transformation that occurred in mid song sequence. It's like in the Bean Boozled game. I question how good those beans are at that point. Yes, I am Morning Frost, and I approve of these beans. Okay. All right. Well, that's my D&D segment right there, referencing Morning Frost.
Yeah, I will say half of those beans aren't good. That's kind of the point of Bean Boozled, but
yeah, I approve of these beans, except the ones that aren't approved. Okay. So. Yeah, because yeah, they're canon now. Fantastic. All right. So I guess that's that. Yeah. Again, I guess next time we'll talk about Troop will probably be British Pops related. I imagine. Again, hopefully we'll actually get to see the British Pops. Actually enter the series and not just have another series with basically the same cast of villains. That's another thing that really. The way that Troop Pop should progress from. I think it's probably out of fear of not having to make new designs. Even importing ones on the server would be would still be fine. I think it's just but yeah, it seems like we just get the same people. It's always Charmaker or Evil Trust Pop or Andromeda. Every now and then, it's or a possessed version of one of the other characters. We get the same people all the time. Again, except for me. But so that might be why I've got the British Pops really, because it's essentially Tamsin has 3 series if you count Life of Troop and Trust Pop, which hasn't concluded technically officially yet. Has 3 seasons, the 3 series with the exact same people. It's why even make those distinct shows at that point? They need something or someone to stand out in them. So that's an obstacle to overcome overall for the channel that I'm really hoping we actually get something at least in British Pops. If not, because Connected Troop Adventures could be classified as almost a replacement series for Troop and Trust Pop, aside from the the big finale that was apparently allegedly 40 minutes long. But yeah, I don't know beyond that. So I guess we'll see what the future holds. But yeah, I guess this makes me count because I was in the Pops video. Yeah, Animal Pop. Well, yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah, the franchise is absorbing everything now, I guess.
It's a black hole.
Oh my goodness, there's a whole different level of shared universe collapse. I suppose, yeah. All right. But that's true. That's also a good point, because technically we were meant to be separate Bond and Jacobs compared to the ones that cameoed in other Pops series until now. Until now. I'm going to be supposed to be voice acted. Oh, okay. Did I miss an audition process? Was that like closed casting? I completely. I hope I didn't forget about that. Then again, I guess I could voice myself if it should the need arise. Anyway, yeah. For now, I guess I'm gonna go have that second half of dinner and then rapidly set up for a D&D stream. So check out on the Butter Bunch, Mysteries of Occulta episode 3. What was the episode title that Aiden gave me? It was Plague of Aspen, apparently. So there we go. We got something.
Wait, was it
something
Aspen?
a little bit. Yeah.
Hold on. Wait.
Yes.
Did I misread it? Oh, I did. I thought he said Plague of Aspirin.
that would be something else.
I thought we were about to go into a whole other session.
Yeah. Also, hybrid pops is also a good idea. That's another nice idea for a show that someone can do. But oh well. If you're curious, don't worry, because we are like wrapping up right now. So if you're curious, again, check out the D&D stream that will hopefully be happening in the next Aiden returns supposedly in 20 minutes. So, give it like an hour or something on Aiden time. So we'll see. But for now, please leave a like or dislike, because your opinion matters. Subscribe if you've done so already. And on that note, until next time, farewell.